Hi, how y'all doing? I'm up in Michigan at my grandfather's place on my dad's side. So they're gonna get here tomorrow. My grandma and grandpa. Just right now, it's my dad, my mom, and my brother and his wife, and my uncle Mark. Okay, who kind of lives up here. So it's been good so far. So thank you for all your prayers, and we made really good time when we got here. Um, on the 9th, we drove from Lexington and got here. So I think me and my dad are going to drive back to Nevada sometime probably within the next 4 or 5 days, maybe sooner. But my mom and my brother and his wife are going to go back to Lexington um, probably on Monday. So, but my mom, she might actually go with us to Nevada. Either way, if she goes to Lexington, then she'll have to fly back, because we live in Las Vegas, actually, me and my parents. And, that's not the best situation, for me personally, but that's just where we're at with it all. So I'm just doing the best I can. I haven't been able to get a job or anything because of my record and stuff, but hopefully we can get that expunged and stuff and just move forward. But, so it's kind of a weird situation because my uncle Mark, he doesn't have a job right now either. Um, but he's very different than I am, the way he handles it and everything. So that dynamic is kind of different, But so that's going on. But pray for my grandpa H, my mom's dad, excuse me, because he's actually in the hospital right now. He kind of had he kind of flipped out the other day, and like the police came, and so um, they had to take him to the hospital, and like that's not like him at all, It's because he survived cancer of the throat, and then like all the radiation and everything, I think, kind of zapped him, and he has like the first signs of dementia, kind of. I mean, he even takes like sponge baths and stuff. He won't get in the water, and that's because like people with dementia are afraid of the water and stuff. But like those symptoms and stuff, it's so broad that like those symptoms will show up in even normal people too, and they'll call it that. That's kind of what I saw with schizophrenia as well, which I have. But like, um, so a lot of it is like, personally for me, I think like if you're close to God and stuff, then you'll have those type symptoms. That's not like researched or anything, but that's just my opinion. I think like stuff like that happens. But he's been like mean to his family members and like lashing out sort of thing. And um, so it's, but that's part of it too, though, because it's like Jesus said that, I call you to be separated from your family and stuff and like to follow me only, stand alone with me, Jesus. Not me, Brock, but, I'm just speaking as that. And people get tripped up on that too with like Groks because they'll be like, "You're saying you're Jesus," and it's like, no, man, he's just speaking in, third person or whatever. So it's just another way of looking at it. But don't get caught up on that. But please pray for my grandpa H. I actually got on the phone with the cop when he came over because my mom and my uncle Johnny and my aunt Amy were all on the phone together as this happened. Like my grandpa H was in the garage, and like I said out loud, like on the phone, I took the phone from my mom and I was like, he has dementia, and then the cop was like, oh, so he's sick or whatever, and like I could hear him talking to Auntie Amy and stuff, and like so I did say that, but like, and then that's all I said. I just said, we love you, H. Like, calm down, please calm down. And he's like, you guys don't show it. You don't show it that you love me. And, he like, I'm telling you, he's like, he's really in a bad spot. So, hopefully he can get out of the hospital and be okay. He's my grandpa that has dreams and everything about, he's had dreams about giving me like orders to do from God and stuff of like things I had to get done, and like there was only one that I went against, and that was when I was on my way to Lexington one time to visit my girlfriend at the time. And he said, just take online classes and you'll be okay. Like, nothing bad will happen and your life will be good. And like, for school, like, just to finish online and get my degree. Well, I didn't do that. And then, like, my life just went totally derailed. But, like, that's the only one I kind of went against. But the rest I've kind of followed to a T, or tried to at least. But even the one that was like, he dreamt of, like, he saw my cousin Hudson and like thought of me or something, that has symbolism of like the ram, and like the two-horned ram of Daniel, and like the one that came up last was taller than the other, and like it has symbolism of like the sword with two ends, and like how like I was in the car a lot when I first started in Las Vegas, and like there was symbolism that I completed like a Paul Walker type bow or something, being in the car and like making videos and everything. And like it was a healing process for me because I was going to like In and Out every day and like getting that dairy, which I know it's meat, but still, like, because I didn't drink a lot of milk when I was young and stuff. So I know that sounds stupid, but just bear with me here. All right, so Wewak Islands Rural LLG, the Suffolk departed of Tony Dogg's casino. Okay, when they're in the elevator and departed, and they're like, "Did you go to Suffolk?" To Matt Damon and his female interest, and then the Tony Dogs of a casino film. Those are it's like those are combined for this Wewak Islands Rural LLG, and I saw it as the East Sepik Province. You can find that online. So now this here, it's not one to here. Let me get this. There we go. It's not one to zoom in. Okay. Wheatley returned to Australia and began managing an old friend, singer John Farnham. That's the clone start of Glenn Wheatley, 23 January 1948, born. Now, before this happened, before he was managing John Farnham, right before it, he was taken to the clubs underground and forced to drink red wine for 5 days straight, no water, then stabbed in the lower back with a butcher knife, forced to walk down a 5-mile hallway after he was stabbed, then his face was set on fire, just like Harvey Dent, but like the whole face. Then, while submerged neck down in cold water, dried off, given a meal of exact replica of Jesus' Last Supper meal, force fed with face salted, then guillotine finally to finish that off. So keep a mercy mindset. I know that's a pretty bad way to go, but that's what happened with him, and that's what I saw. Exactly, that was all spirit led. So then when you go to this up here, get to zoom in there. You get all these BM, Catawar, Rup. I'll underline that. Wang Coil, Invokio. Okay, so the BM I see is the Trappery, repetitive build-up, with the 15th through the 23rd of each month being River of 4445 residue in Seed of Ron Jeremy. The Trappery is, let me get this. We'll go all the way back here. Sorry. I gotta find my spot here. Here we go. This is the Trappery, okay. So Tyr as the Cody symbolism, my friend from Arizona and Gondel as Jesus is what that shows. I know that seems crazy, but there's research to back that up. And then this includes the lion, eagle, the rib bear, and the foul leopard, all of them. So, but I'm seeing this as a repetitive cycle that this guy goes through. Okay, for this this Wewak style. And let me get to this here. And then this as well. Okay. With the Bible silly refurbished. So let me get back here. Okay. So that's what that was. Then Cat of War, build up to the Electric Company cube of it. I am the it character from Isaiah 51. So in the Predator kick gun, go to Chopper, which was tied in with the Me Too movement. When that happened, whenever I was doing that stuff for the Electric Company job to even be able to get the job, which I didn't know at the time. But like that's what happened, and because I had actually tried to get the job when I was still with my girlfriend at the time, but they wouldn't. I didn't get the job, and that was because I wasn't in their in crew, and I hadn't done the cube stuff. Which, if you look into the cube stuff, it's all like, it's gay stuff, But and I also did that for the team, for Grox, and like, not for Grox, but like for Grox's team, like for the Pergamus guys, to get for the White Stone and for to help for the Brahma, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't go back and smoke and do it high, so that was all messed up, and God forgive me for that, because maybe we would have had the rapture then, but I can't, I'm stupid, so and then in the Predator kick gun, go to Chopper, Me Too, super build, and super build, okay, which equates to cocktail scene we showed. How everyone's like F America because, we have the 106 deal of Death and Hell on the Sagittarius side, which is Michael J. Fox and Glenn Rage, their deals, and it's like we're like cutting everyone else in line, with our job system is the basic way of looking at it, and it shows Canada as the top is the wolf in sheep's clothing, with America being the wolf. Like Canada kind of like takes the mask off, sort of thing, or is the head of it, like as if to say like their French influence, which is like the Austin Powers side, just on a basic level, is like flaunting it almost, like because they reveal everything in a simple way and like mock it kind of. So it's like America is like not only cheating with their job system according to the rest of the world, but also mocking the rest of the world. So of course they want to, Jeremiah 50 and 51 to happen, and the Ezekiel 38. Okay, Rup. That's that cat scratch fever, because I went to a basketball game with my brother, and like this guy in front of us was scratching his head and stuff, and like we thought the residue went in my drink or whatever. Like it was just kind of funny, but kind of gross too. But also the whole thing was that was the start of the coronavirus. It basically started after I was in Lexington in February, visiting my family and stuff, because we thought H was going to die, but he's basically been dying for like 3 years, and he could live a lot longer, if he makes it past this weekend in the hospital, because they don't give him his ninja food that he has to get it down esophagally, because of his restrictions in his throat, and because the radiation screwed up everything, and like if they don't give him that smoothie food to eat, then he might not make it. And like they, it's just a bad situation. So coronavirus deals of B and A. Okay, the core on A, it is associated with A. Whenever you see that in the symbolism, the A, like I got A's in school. I only got one B in chemistry in high school. And, you know, and then in college I didn't do as well. I got more B's and even failed out my last semester at Concordia. But that's just when, I had OCD when I was a child, and that was pushed me to excel in school and stuff. And then the core would be Psalm 72, which is the B, Solomon, the Nick character, who's my friend who I swam with on Copperfield swim team in Lexington, but also we went to Southland together one time, and we like covered each other, sort of thing. Like we had the same type presence that people say that I have, he had also. So he's with the B. Pray for him as well. I don't know exactly what's going on, but something's going on with our deals. On February 2nd, I was thinking about this place that my dog shat in California when I took him out there 2 summers ago. And then I was suddenly in this deal program where it's not like how you think of the celebrities, like they sell their soul. It's more like they don't have a choice. If they have the Magarin thing or the dead thing, it's your Willie, your Gravity, or your V, for girls. And so it's like a deal that you take if you've realized the persecution that you've went through and stuff, because they all were. And like it shows that in Isaiah 50 as well, and also the nations that come against Israel in the smoke and stuff, and like through parties and growing up in school and like everything, like their whole life is built up through it. And if they started out young, then their past life was they went through that late in life or something. So it's all that symbolism, but also so me and B went through that at the same time, apparently. Mine started February 2nd. I went through the sanctuary, felt like they were right there, Billie Eilish song, which was like a end time situation that it put me in. Not even with the smoke or anything, because I don't do that anymore, but it was like the language and everything was like they became different people. And I was actually showing my mom and stuff in the smoke before, when I used to do that stuff, and like they actually became Mystique, and like pulled a different person, so maybe I did that when I went through the sanctuary or something unknowingly, but that happened on March 19th, and then I fell from a cliff type deal when I was mountain climbing with my dad and my dog, and I fell and broke my foot and my back. So it took me a while to heal, and now I'm all healed up. But so anyway, deals of B&A, okay, because I believe that both of us went through that at the same time. I don't know if he fell, but he had to get through it himself, his own type deal. So Way and Coil, that's two falls but no superhero rapture. That's when I fell, when I argued with or didn't even really argue. That's why, because I didn't come down on him and put a mark on his face like I did Blake, who's John the Baptist, because we got in a fight when I was coaching Palomar swim team in Lexington, summer of 2012, and then I actually fell when I was in the pit, and then a couple weeks later he had to get cancer removed off his face. This is all Genesis 3:15 symbolism. Then Cody, I fell on a grill, and that's that phoenix of the Grox cliff that shows. The Mission Viejo crew, they kind of left spiritually, and angels came into their body or whatever. Something took over. Could have been just Legion took over, but that's that the pectus carinatum, the boobs of that Grox glyph with the phoenix in the middle that he would show on that Sphinx glyph. That's where that started. Then the one that has the bear with the kind of like the nooses in its mouth with the crosses, that's Leonardo DiCaprio when he went through everything that he had to go through for Islam whenever he shot the film Revenant. So that's just how you have to read that from left to right, or actually from right to left, excuse me, on that glyph. So and Cody, I fell on a grill when I was trying to jump on it, but I never came down on him because I'm stupid, so or whatever. But Voke Samson tie-in no 1E. Oh, that's like the two pillars, Yakum and Boaz. It's symbolism of that with like the two-sided sword, same thing as Hudson or whatever, but also tie in with if you the ones who win their E, like they go through the pit or go through Area 51 and all that. If they win their E, then they get to be like a rapper or something. Like they're free to talk about things like how you would think a rapper would rap about something, because like they're free. They won their ego sort of thing. So that's kind of how you have to look at it. But like with this here, this shows that it went to the pit but did not win E. So it's kind of like a reverse, like it's an exile type way of looking at it. But then with the Bible, you have to remember that Isaiah 11 and Revelation 20 and all the beasts and what else? There's one more. Isaiah 51. Those are all like prototypes that all these celebrities have gone through. That's how I'm looking at it. It's yes, there's a character it's meant for, who, if it's prophecy, like they actually go through it themselves and it relates to them, just like it related to me. Like I even had Chinese food and like an ale-8 in the pit, and like I read Isaiah 51, and I was like, that mixture of that food kind of made me kind of drunk or whatever, just in the spirit, like high energy. And then that's when it said Isaiah 51, like, so like I did for a while, I thought that's just meant for me, but like it's because we're so far into these end times, it's as the days of Noah, and like it's meant for all these people that go through the persecution, and like they take deals and then like they become celebrities and stuff, and that's how like they go out, just as it says in Strong's 2038, like that's how they go out, and like some are replaced with clones right away, but then like some, they just live their life and like continue to, build or whatever they're gonna do, so, and show their symbolism, because wherever they messed up is what they'll show, like in their movies and stuff and in their songs. Like they'll show for us, like the Gentiles and the Jews that are like remnants, they'll show for us to like rise up and take their place, That's how they'll show it. Like wherever they messed up, then they'll try to get you to overcome that. So okay. So then that's what that was. And then these, I don't know what these are. I don't think we've gotten to these yet. Okay. Wallace was like my nickname in high school, but I think this is more like Marcellus Wallace. And I was told in the smoke, like, it's going to be a long time before the end of days. And I was watching Pulp Fiction when that was said to me. And so, or inflicted upon me, I should say. So that, and like Terra is like war way, So that would be like the last one there would be something with, see how this is like a Brahma, then this is in the sword, like Bruce Willis, and then Excuse me, and then this goes to the war, so so we got to get through all these. We may have already done this, but I don't know. I don't know what they are exactly. So something with Solomon and the Ben V connection, which is the Houston connection, Ben V guitarist. If you want to check out his channel, check out his playlist and stuff. I've got some of his liked videos in my playlist, but Guitars, he's a good channel to look at. He's from Houston. So, and then like Shagger is like the Mr. Tagpans. He's a good channel as well. Check him out. And then of course there's Enter the Stars and like Dabu and all those old guys, but like who have been around a while, but I think these are some of the realest that you'll find. This kind of like Brainiac or something. I don't know. I don't know what these are, but we'll dive into it more as we go. Maybe these will be realized. And I do want to be hopeful. I do want to be hopeful. Keep hoping the rapture and everything. So, but like, tell me what you think is going on. So, have a good night. Thank you.